Moby, man, drop that shit. You know what time it is.
Booyah.
Y'all know what it's time to do. So grab one by the hand, you know what I'm saying? And throw up that fist.
Yeah, and you don't stop, and you won't stop, and you don't stop. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but frontin' for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party.
Tell me, baby, are you lonely? Don't wanna rush out, can help you if you only let me touch it if I'm wrong, love, tell me. Cause I get caught up in the life I live as hell. See, I never thought I'd see the day when I would calm down. You ain't heard, I've been known to clown and get around. That's my word, see you walking and you're looking good. Yes indeed, got a body like a sex fiend. You're killing me with your attitude to match right. Don't be phony cause I hate it when you act like you don't know me, I've been stressing in the spotlight. I want the fame but the industry's a lot like a crap game, ain't no time for commitment. I gotta go, can't be with you every minute, miss another show. And even though I'm known for my one night stand, look here, I wanna be an honest man.
And party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. Bitches in the back looking righteous in a tight dress. I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Blunts in rotation. My man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking. Got the hooker thinking if money smell bad, then this nigga big is stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to loke out, a kid got choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party.
Will I cheat or will I be committed? Heaven knows, getting weak and I wanna hit it. So here I go in my ride in the morning. Getting high, I can hear the people calling. I'm passing by, everybody knows I'm ballin'. And to God, gotta keep myself from falling. But it's hard, all the cuties know I'm under pressure. What do I do? Getting shaky when she pull the dress up. Say it's cool, should I stroke or should I wait a while? You decide, if you tell me that you don't want it, that's a lie. Move closer, let me whisper some dirty words in your ears as I kiss you. On every curve, slow down, baby, don't rush. I like it slow, can't hold it any longer. So let it go, open the gates to your waterfall, I'm in heaven. Don't worry, I let myself all I heard.